The Matrix, when Neo found out he was in it, he could play tricks, fly and learn martial arts at the flick of a switch. Lately, reality's faded. I seem fated to exist in a simulation, and the frustration is, I too can see code. I just don't look as good as Keanu does in a trench coat. And I don't have superpowers. For me, there ain't no bullet time, except hours thinking, if I lived in America, it'd be easier to commit suicide. Neo wouldn't think like that. He'd turn the gun on the agent, move faster than the mind's eye, blindside the bad guys, untie Morpheus, and more than this, do backflips or trinities like, dodge this. I couldn't do that. I'd turn and run from the new threat, speeding like a leveret, never let them get ahead, and when I get home, I realise it wasn't a spy or a cop. In fact, it was just a granny doing her shopping. There are upshots to my illness, although not exactly powers. The roots of paranoia spawn some unexpected flowers. The door's always locked, fridge is shut and hob's off. I know because I checked it once, twice, thrice, 4, 5 times, 6, 7, 8, 9. Were you expecting another number then? The joke's on you folks, I always skip 10. 11, 12, okay, that's a relief. The socket with nothing plugged in for months is switched off, so it's all worth the grief. Other powers include hearing things you can't, seeing the invisible. Okay, so the voices are dicks and the shapes I view aren't half as good as half the things on Netflix, but I conserve energy endlessly. By being too depressed to get up, I'm greener than any company could ever be. I can read minds, not the good kind that help solve crimes, just the insults and the bad thoughts of strangers. And like Ozzy sang, I'm going through changes. I can transform from a 28-inch waisted concave bellied elf to a 40-inch pot-bellied version of myself. Took only 10 years of meds. Oh, and comfort eating helped. I've got spidey sense, I'm so damn tense. Someone comes within 2 feet of me, that's a lie, 2 streets of me, and I turn hench, body getting ready to strike, cortisol and adrenaline prepping me to fight. Then I realise it's my shadow. This genuinely happened. Anything else? Oh, I'm dope at spotting patterns. In any random information, abandoned tangents, give me any 2 facts, I'll find the connection. No testing, please. My bravado is generally backed up by backing down and going incommunicado. It's hard though, really, when you ain't living in a franchise. But the real marvel is I'm here living a life. And a good day is a day that I see the end of. So keep your superheroes, this trend of X-Men, because I'm the real thing. I survived another breakdown, another minute on this planet. There is no spoon, just me, a loon, who's here despite the damage. This one's more serious. This is about gaining weight. It's called Weight. On the hunt for comforting crumbs, hold on, I'm coming, hold on. My vampiric mouth sucks at phloem and xylem and I am alone. Gutter press, death masks ascend this mocking stare. Trista kept, look it's wet as I slept on a bulging stomach. Somewhere down south was a blister pack, a fistful of meds, and all I gained was weight upon weight, upon weight, upon weight. Carve up the moon, serve it with my blood. I am eating again, always eating. Heathens run this game, a pagan's mind screaming with the truth. I am blue, my apocalypse lips, but I like it. Lime G strips down the parchment, our sealed orders sealed with a kiss, exploding in my chest, and I'm gaining mass. I have folds and flaps where once I had none. Today I found a photo of myself as 16, a matchstick never lit. I had flesh, ribs, and little else. Now I sit guiltily in slimming world as carnivores tell me a million ways to eat ham. If I lose weight, will I be happy again? If I gain God, can I be hippie again? If I swear blind, I'll try harder this time. If I break up with my phone, if I break this tablet, if these runes dissolve in the acid, can I ever be what I was maybe going to be, what I dreamt I'd achieve, what I fervently believed despite all the signs leading me to here? Portly, portly, plump, chubby, hungry, fashioned fat into envy, fat fashioned into envy. This is Whip It Up, so this is something that's a work in progress. It's a series of poems I wrote on trains. Anyone been on a train? It's not that exciting, but it's just observations I made. So the first one's called Embarrassment. I saw Jeff Goldblum at a tube station in blackface. I wanted to call him out, but also acknowledge his successful acting career. I didn't know what to do, so I threw myself in front of a train to avoid causing a scene. There's a guy waiting for the train to Yarmouth. He's really fucking intense, like he might be a serial killer or the frontman of a new wave band. He's either going to stab me or sing some Gary Newman. Either way, I board the train further up the platform, just to be safe. At Ipswich Station, there's a sign that reads, "Change more than your destination." And I wonder what weird chimeras are being cooked up in the lab. A human butterfly with goat's hooves, a rabbit with porcupine quills. We all change, I guess, but if I can choose, I'd like an extra arm. My friend and I tried recreating Gwyneth Paltrow films. I had a go at Shakespeare in Love, but I wasn't in love, and I'm not Shakespeare. He attempted sliding doors and got his head trapped in between the doors of a tube train. He was decapitated. All the world's a stage. Just before Colchester, we see a bunch of steel lattice towers used to support an overhead power line jumping on a dog walker. "What was that?" she asked. It was a pylon. As the train speeds from London, I try to catch the moment when urban transitions to rural. Is the boundary hard or fuzzy when haystack sentinels replace aerosol murals? I see more green, but still bricks and blocks tower, and like shifting into dream, my mind drifts off, and I don't realise the change till I'm surrounded by fields, a bucolic reverie, and peace at last. This one is a car poem. It's a little bonus. I was listening to Burrow Banton in the car, singing along to the Jamaican patois, when I saw a white guy with dreads trying to cross the road. In that moment, we were bonded in shared cultural appropriation, two white boys pretending to be Rastas, but I still didn't let him cross.
Yeah, you're right, you got about 5 words.
Oh God. Do next. Okay, so I've seen a lot of good poetry in my time, and I've seen a lot of bad poetry, and I decided to take an object, which in this case was a can opener, and use that to kind of recreate some of the poetry I've seen. 6 days since you left, 6 days of finding random objects that remind me of you and writing poems about them. That can opener you used to open the chopped tomatoes the first time we ate pasta together. You opened my heart then too, and we fucked relentlessly on the sofa bed. I've been drinking myself stupid for days on end now. I drank myself stupid when I was with you too, but with you I was champagne, now I'm special brew on a park bench in Wisbech. Every drop of wine we shared was heaven, but now it's hell, or maybe purgatory. I'm not even sure myself. I want to kick this habit, but poems always have to have drinking in and fucking swearing. You always laughed at my poetry, and that was fine when I wrote limericks. But when it got serious, you got scared, and as I pick up the ashtray, thinking of the last bitter kiss, I reflect on our relationship. It was an ashtray too. How many cigarettes had we had on those lazy Sunday nights, and how much ash had you flicked into my soul listening to Joy Division when we didn't have jobs or cares? Then it was Norwich Union and screwing 3 times a week, then promotion twice a week. Then you headed up a team and you didn't need the sex. I'd pour wine over my cock late in the night and wank over pictures of 50s Hollywood stars, not because I fancied them, but because you bought me the 50s Hollywood starlet photo book for our anniversary, and the pages are laminated. Do you wear the gold bracelet I got you from Primark while you're fucking your boss at the office? No, I suppose not, because you're allergic to it. I didn't know, but you didn't have to be so fucking harsh about it. It wasn't my fault your skin is so sensitive. Or maybe it was. Maybe I bruised you with love like you bruised me. Now pain fills all of me like a lazy simile, which is almost an anagram of smile. I never fucking smile anymore, and nor do you. I've wasted so much money on drink, I can't even pour wine over my cock when I masturbate joyously over a torn crumpled page in Monroe looking coy. Joy Division is on repeat. The song that played when I said I loved you for the first time, I still mean it. As I rush towards some kind of conclusion, you always said it was my biggest weakness, along with cheap supermarket whiskey, that I could never end a poem. Maybe you were right, but as I think about you sprawled naked with your fucking Norwich Union boss's big fucking prick inside you, I decided to show you I can write an amazing ending to a poem if I want to. But what's the point? It won't stop either of us getting fucked. I'd kill myself with that can opener at the start of the poem, except it's a safe one that doesn't do sharp edges. And it's a can opener. What's the point? It won't help end the poem, will it? 6 days since you left. Repeating the opening verse is an easy way of ending. It sounds like it means something. It doesn't. 6 days since you left. 6 days of finding random objects that remind me of you and writing poems about them. They're all shit.